How y'all doing? Welcome back to my Medieval Corner, where I chronicle my journey in medieval style combat. In today's episode, we will talk about my favorite topic, combat. We will tackle important aspects of fighting, such as physical fitness, fitting a fighter to their weapon, and the harsh realities of safety. Now for a quick disclaimer. These are my opinions, and my opinions alone. You can disagree with me, and please speak your mind in the comments. I built this channel to learn and to grow my fighting. At the end of the episode, we will do a horn chug. So bust out your favorite horn and fill it with your drink of choice. Let's do this. No doubt about it, this is a harsh physical sport. In every sense, no matter what game you play or what rule set you play under, there are many different ways you can train. But you will always need strength and cardio. Just wearing armor in itself is a workout, let alone fighting in it. At the beginning of your journey, you want to start slow, work your way up. Because I learned from experience, if you go balls out on your first days, your body will hate you. And on the next day, you'll never want to do it again. Always, I repeat, always, go at your own pace. In regards to training, I'd suggest a buttload of cardio and separately slow, sustained weight training. You want to build up your baseline strength and breath. We're talking push-ups, pull-ups, curls, and burpees. I prefer sprawls over burpees because they are designed to stop takedowns. Throw them into a circuit by doing a minute or so of these intense exercises with only seconds of rest in between your sets. It'll help you create your burst energy, helps raise your heart rate, and with training, it'll help your heart rate come down as fast as possible. You'll need that for flurries of shots or getting out of a clinch. This could have its own section in this episode, but it's a quick, simple concept, so I'll make it quick. Drink plenty of water on a daily basis. I add hydration packs to mine when I feel that I'm not getting enough. About a week before a big event or a tournament, I try to drink even more, so your engine will be running at its best and the risks of dehydration is minimal. Now on to nutrition and supplements. Try to eat a well-balanced diet in order for your body to absorb the nutrients naturally. I'm in no way a nutritionist. For example, when I was in MMA, I was notorious for training all day, then going home and eating pizza rolls. It's not a good way to feed your fire. Over the past few years, I started supplementing my nutrition, and I'm on a daily regimen of vitamins. You'll have to customize your regimen to ensure that you're getting what you need. For instance, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so I use fruit and vegetable supplements along with my multivitamins. After a workout, I drink a protein shake, for one, to help recover the muscles that I trained that day, and for two, because I'm trying to bulk up and get stronger for this sport. I'm 5'9" and 170 pounds, and I've got a lot of work ahead of me to be in the physical condition that I want to be in. Now we're going to spitball about pel work, different types of pels, and what to focus on when practicing your shots. This is the swordsman's version of a boxer's heavy bag. It is one of your most valued training tools, and that can't be understated. You can do this in or out of armor, but I'd suggest to at least wear your arm and hand protection due to the possible difference of range of movement. In this episode, we're going to use a sword and shield. In a future episode, we will go over other weapon styles. There are various styles of Pels, such as a full standing post, usually made out of a wooden fence post. Some will have padding. I've seen Pels made out of tires or pool noodles. Those promote a longevity of your training weapons and the Pel itself. The one I use is made out of wood with padding, about the length of a torso, and I hang it so it swings. I believe the movement will help my sword-eye coordination and I'd be able to catch moving targets with my shots. When I start my practice, I always try to warm up with the basics. Work your basic flat snap, then go into 2 and 3 shot combos stagnant. I gradually add the footwork. Use shield strikes within these combos. Find your balance and let the power come from your hips and your feet. By the end of a 3-minute round, I'm stepping with almost every shot to enhance the angle. Round 2 for me will be more of a free-flowing light round with redirecting combos. Feeling out where my body is landing with the strikes. Think of this in the 40% effort range. The power is more like jabs than a heavy hit. This will help you make those sudden off-tempo shots that'll help you in a bind by creating muscle memory. If you feel yourself falling into a rut of the same combo, try forcing a different step or angle. Round 3 is your fight. Find range. Imagine parries and anticipate blocks, then return fire. Your Pel will not hit you back, but you must expect to be. Move in and out of range. Use the combos that you forged in the first 2 rounds. Always hit with intent. Be aggressive and tie up with your Pel to teach yourself a weapons version of dirty boxing. Think about how you enter and exit an exchange. This 3rd round will show you what you have learned. On the cool down round, you want to slow everything down. Force the muscles to a crawl and really feel the burn of your strikes. Clear the mind. Bring a zen to your swordsmanship. Slow is precise, and precise is deadly. This is geared more for a team of fighters rather than solo fights. This is a concept of utilizing a fighter's strengths and skills. If they're a larger fighter, give them a big weapon. If they're smaller, use their speed to advantage. We can think of this like an RPG. We have tanks, DPS, and support. We play with the gifts the gods give us. I didn't want to get too deep into this, but use the weapon you are most skilled with, even if it isn't your preferred style. The following opinions and feelings are mine alone. I am not disparaging any rule set or organization. From pillow fights to death matches, I believe all versions of armored combat are awesome and should be shared with the world. With that said, here we go. At the risk of sounding harsh, you should know what you're getting yourself into. I believe that it takes a certain type of crazy to enjoy and participate. Armor standards and striking rules are key when it comes to safety. They balance each other out. The more strikes you're allowed to deliver, the higher the armor standards. Each version of this sport presents its own dangers, and some are way less dangerous than others. For example, I tried LARP a couple times, and quickly found out that they don't allow headshots and there's no armor required. With soft foam weapons and soft foam shields, this seemed to be more of a game rather than a combat sport. Shot calibration was an eyebrow raiser. This is where the fighter detects a good shot or a bad shot when it isn't counted blows. It seemed as long as the weapon touched you, it's good, which is never the true case. To be completely honest, I've yet to find anything I like in this rule set. If you train with headshots, I advise you shy away from this style. Let's step it up a notch, into a realm I am most familiar. In the armored fighting that you can find in the Society for Creative Anachronism, it has minimal armor standards, encourages headshots and heavy hitting. You can make your armor any style or any period as long as you adhere to the armor and weapon standards. I love that you can carry a secondary weapon, such as a dagger or a mace for close quarters. Stabbing is also allowed through the weapon standards. Battle tactics and teamwork take center stage for melees. Now, there are some things that are left to be desired. For instance, the ways to win seem more on a first blood basis. One quick shot to the face is all it takes. There are things you're not allowed to do, like attack your opponent with your shield or grapple. You're not even allowed a Spartan kick. But you can get taken out in a similar fashion with spears or thrusting weapons. I myself have been speared so hard I thought it would take me out of armor for good. Quick side note. This has more to do with the politics in this group rather than the actual rules. There's something I like to call implied chivalry. So if I'm in a tournament and I take an opponent's leg, they drop to their knees. It's expected of me to allow my foe to get comfortable and make sure the sun isn't in their eyes. I personally loathe this and never expect my opposition to grant me the same courtesy. I feel it dampens the momentum of the fight and creates a false sense of combat. Okay, now we're getting into some extreme fighting. This is still new to me, and I'm currently studying the rule set for this group. But much like an MMA fight, it seems to be judged on a dominance scale. The judges look for clean shots, good footwork, and who is dominating the fight by both strength and skill. To the untrained eye, it's no holds barred, and that's semi-true. As far as my research has shown me, you can punch, you can kick, you can grapple, you can rain blow after blow with your weapon. But in melees, it seems to be more like a bulldozer demolition derby. Once you hit the ground, you're out. So the fighters adopt a mosh pit style of fighting rather than relying on their weapons and shields. With that aside, this style is essentially a true fight till the marshals call it. There's nothing like a good horn chug after a fight. Today's horn chug is one of my all-time favorite beers, Dead Horse Amber, by Moab Brewing Company here in Utah. Nothing beats a dead horse. Skull. Next time on My Medieval Corner, we're going to do projects for a medieval nerd on a budget. I'll show you how to turn bed sheets into tunics, moving blankets into gambesons, and how I turned a tool belt into Meganguth, along with some other thrifty medieval style projects. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a journey in medieval combat that we can all share.